house. And we had a tough, pre-district matchups. And then, right off the bat, you face Cedar Park, and you have to, like you said, bounce back. but this is I see why this is being touted as a big game. It's a travel game for us, but also if we don't win this game, it puts us more in a hole, and we're not as much in control of the rest of our season.
Yeah, Manor comes in. Last year they were 2-7 on the season, and they've won 3 games already. So they're coming in sky high with confidence. Their only loss came against a ranked 6A football team. And so they're coming in after a big win last week over Leander, which Leander was picked at the bottom of the district by Dave Campbell's, but the season to this point has shown that those Dave Campbell's predictions for our district 11-5A Division I, those you can throw those out the window because this district is wide open. Cedar Park, of course, good football team, and we lost on that last play, but I think it's wide open. And, we got Weiss coming up later on. Weiss is a tough football team this year. They may be the favorites to win the district right now, but this game tonight, Manor is coming in with a ton of confidence. And where I see Georgetown potentially being able to take advantage is both teams have a good running game. We've got a very strong passing game, and Manor does not. They've turned the ball over a lot this year already. So they have, I think, 4 interceptions, 4 fumbles that they've lost. They're -2 in the turnover category. We've done a pretty good job with the turnover. So if we can force them to turn, if we can take the ball away and tackle well tonight, I think we can win this football game.
One thing I like is Maynard's win was a difficult win over Leander. They won that game at the very end, and Leander is not a good football team. Their wins have come over 2 pretty weak opponents. You got to like what Cedar Park did for non-district, what Georgetown did for non-district, in stacking a hard non-district schedule, 2 6A teams and a Liberty Hill team. And so Leander had a weaker schedule, and so that may have exposed some things for Manor. In their confidence, they've won 3 games, and that's still good. You've got your players on a high, but I don't think they faced an offense like this. Like you were saying, they've got to account for Darson Hermann. That young man can run in a heartbeat, and he can break it for 50, 60 yards like we've seen 2 or 3 times already this year. And then you've got so many different styles out of the backfield. So if we run at them, if it comes to a running game with the weather, you've got to give Georgetown I think you've got to give Georgetown a little bit of an edge when you have a 4-pronged attack out of that backfield. And Moose doesn't touch the ball a lot. But then you bring in someone that you have no film on that will hit the next gear, will hit a hole, and then run over you, just like a Petter showed last week, Dave. He ran against Cedar Park, shifty, but dropped the shoulder, run over people. He changed styles when he had to.
And we go back and look at the 30,000-foot viewpoint. Manor's got a really good football program. Georgetown's got a really good football program, having 5 teams. Our coaching staff, the support from the booster clubs, we've got this whole package that when we come to town, I think we take for granted, but I think people get kind of nervous when we come to town because we are going to be tough and we're going to be competing, and we'll hit them in the mouth because the kids have been good at stopping the run this year. They at least have had a lot of practice at trying to stop the run, so they're going to be well prepared for that. And then we've already been hit in the mouth, and we hit Liberty Hill in the mouth back, and so we've played our opponents very hard, and we're, like you said, Wally, 12 points away from being 4-0 right now. So we're right there, and I give the edge to Georgetown. It's a homer broadcast, but I think what you're going to see tonight is Georgetown's going to fight extremely hard, and they're going to give Manor a lot of trouble tonight.
I don't think our 1-3 record comes anywhere near what this team is capable of and what this team can do. And when I talked to Coach Keller from Manor, he's very confident in what Manor's doing. And as you'll see here in this interview, Coach Keller is more concerned about what his Manor Mustangs are doing versus what Georgetown's doing, although he does have some concerns about the offense in particular. But here's what Coach Keller had to say about tonight's matchup between the Georgetown Eagles and his Manor Mustangs. We welcome to the SHN Sports Georgetown Eagles Countdown to Kickoff show head coach of the Manor Mustangs, James Keller. Coach Keller, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So, Coach, 3-1 start this year. Last year, y'all finished 2-7. You've already surpassed last year's top total. Talk a little bit about the season to this point. What do you like? What are you concerned about? And where's your team at?
I think they're in a good place right now. You know, the first game we played LBJ, that's a huge rivalry, and LBJ is ranked number 3 in the state right now. They're a great team. We had a good game against them, but came up a little bit short. After that, we regrouped, and we've had 4 straight road games. This will be our first home game against Georgetown, so it's been a pretty good experience. We traveled to Bastrop, took care of business at Bastrop, and we went to Houston to play Fulshire. Fulshire right now is 4-1. Their only loss was to us, so that's another quality team that we went to Houston on a Saturday and played at 1 o'clock in the heat, something that we haven't done before. And then last week we went to Leander and won at Leander, so it's good that we've been on the road, because it gives us more like getting ready for the playoffs on the road, a little more experience, dealing with some adversity. It'd be nice to be back home this week against Georgetown. But overall, man, I'm proud of what they've done and the team they've become. Last year we had 20 sophomores on the team. Those 20 sophomores, they learned the hard way last year. They took some bumps in the road, and we like you said, we only won 2 games last year, but they got a lot of experience. They all started. This year, there are 20 juniors on the team. So, we're playing with 6 seniors. We've got 3 starting on offense, 3 on defense. But the majority of the team is juniors and sophomores. So we're still a young team, but we're a lot more experienced and seasoned than we were last year at this time.
Yeah, you've got senior wide receiver Che Nwabuko. Am I saying his name correctly? I hope. Nwabuko. Yeah. He's committed to play at Pittsburgh. He is some kind of athlete. Talk a little bit about Che.
Well, Che's a one kind of athlete. He's versatile. He's great in the backfield. We put him back there. We run wildcat with him. We put him in the backfield. We put him in the slot. We put him at wideout. He's a kick return guy. He's dynamic. We ran a 10-4 at the state track meet. I mean, he's the fastest kid in Central Texas. So
yeah.
It's always great to have a kid like that on your team.
Heck of an athlete. He'll be playing at the next level at Pittsburgh, I believe. Then you've got a senior wide receiver, Taylor Wallace. And then you got Quentin Joyner. You got some athletes on that offensive side of the ball, which is where everybody likes to talk a lot about. Jason Zardovich, your quarterback, doesn't throw a lot, but pretty accurate passer.
Yeah, he's a sophomore. His first start was against Bastrop. He's getting better every week. And Quentin Joyner, man, he's hard to stop, man. Last year against Bastrop, he had a great game as a sophomore. We're hoping to see a lot of the same thing this year. He ran for 278 yards last week against Georgetown and had 4 touchdowns. Against Leander and had 4 touchdowns. So, he runs 10-7. So, he's big and fast.
So as I was looking through some of y'all's stats and watching some of your video, I noticed that you guys had 40 tackles for loss, which is 13% of your tackles. So it sounds like your defense does a pretty good job of penetrating behind the line and trying to control that line of scrimmage.
Our defensive line is they're all juniors, but they're pretty good juniors, man. We got Prince Will Humanellum. He's got an offer from Florida already. He's 6'5", 240, 250. I got Jaden Cofield at the nose. He's 6'3", 330. And Cornelius Shepard at the other DN spot. He's 6'4", 220. They're fast, big kids, and they're pretty disruptive in the backfield, and they make tackles for a loss. They've been disrupting a lot of offense lately.
Well, it's obvious listening to you, Coach, that you're excited about this team, not just the future, but this year. It sounds like y'all got some goals ahead of you that you may not have been able to have last year.
I think, we go out there and play like we've been playing the last 3 weeks. I think we can compete with anybody. They work hard. They come up here. They show up to practice 6 a.m. every morning. Nobody's late. They work hard, get the job done. And good thing is they're all coming back next year.
So that's going to make it interesting. I know they'll realign the districts for next year, but when they put District 11 5A Division I together, they didn't do any of us any favors because it's a tough district.
No, sir, man. There's no weeks off. I'll tell you that right now. Every game is like a playoff game because every team in our district can compete for the playoff spot. So, every week is competitive. We got to go out there, take care of business, and there's no easy weeks. So you got to be on your game every week.
So this week our Eagles make the trip to Manor. We're coming to visit you guys, play a good football game this Friday, and our Eagles are coming off a really disappointing loss to Cedar Park. What are you looking for out of the Eagles this week?
I've been around at Manor for a long time. I've been here for 16 years. We played Georgetown many times, and every time we play Georgetown, come to play, they're always going to be well coached, disciplined, and get the job done. I mean, I expect a tough game. They're sound on the defense, sound on the offense, and they're overall a good team. And I don't think their record right now shows how good they are. So we're going to be prepared, and we're not taking anybody lightly by any means.
So I guess when you're doing defensive preparations for Georgetown, you got to start with the big quarterback, number 8, Darson Hermann, 6'4", 220 pounds. What concerns you about Darson?
I mean, he's good in the pocket. I mean, he's a good all-around quarterback. I mean, we got to. I'm pretty positive our defense is we're good at stopping the run. We got to be concerned about the pass game. And, I saw Georgetown throw a couple trick plays and get Cedar Park on touchdowns. So, we're going to be aware of all of that stuff that goes on, too. We've been preparing for that all week.
Well, Coach, I know you're busy. I'll let you get back to your busy day, and I appreciate you taking the time for us. We like to spotlight athletes on both sides of the ball. Of course, it's a Georgetown homer call, but we like watching good athletes play football regardless of whether they're playing for us or against us. So best of luck this week, Coach. And we look forward to the trip to Manor.
We appreciate you. We look forward to seeing you.
Okay, Coach, I appreciate it. Folks, that's Coach James Keller. He is the head coach for the Manor Mustangs. Coach, once again, thanks for joining us and best of luck this week.
Thank you.
Folks, stick with us. The countdown to kickoff continues right after this. All right, Coach, think that got it.
All right. Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. And, man, y'all staff over there is fantastic. Every time we come over there, we just feel at home. So we appreciate that. It's not always like that when we're visiting.
That's good to know, man. I try to make sure they take care of everybody.
Yeah, it's a good time over there. Great spread in the press box, too. So we're excited.
Unfortunately, in the press box. I've been a coach for 22 years now, and I've never been in the press box. I never get to enjoy that.
Oh, well, it's good. I'll tell you that much. Well, I appreciate it, Coach. I'll let you get back to it. We want to thank Coach Keller for taking the time for the interview today, guys. He's very confident, especially in his running game. And his big concern, like he said, from Georgetown is our big quarterback, Darson Hermann. I think that's a legitimate concern.
Darson, Coach talked about it on the coach's show Wednesday night with Dave and I. He thinks Darson had his best game as a Georgetown Eagle ever. Not this year, ever.
Right.
And that speaks volumes when we've watched some really good games from Darson Hermann.
Okay.
But the way he handled that ball, the way he threw that ball, the way he ran that offense, no turnovers, and with poise down against Cedar Park, making some drives happen from that quarterback position, leading that team.
I got to have lunch yesterday with former Georgetown offensive coach Nathaniel Funk, and he made a statement that sounds derogatory towards the team. It's really not, and he made it clear that he wasn't saying that, but goes to what you were saying about Darson, Wally, is Darson played such a good game, he deserved better than what happened at the end of that football game last Friday. And again, we cannot let that game beat us twice, and that's my big concern. If Georgetown comes out focused, I think we're going to be fine, but if we're still hung over from that Cedar Park game, then we could be
three L's. They're going to come out, and it's going to be a good matchup, I think. We've also got turning into some really star wide receivers that now you've got to account for those guys too. So we may have Manor's, secondary backing up, and it opens up the run. There's so much you could say about tonight. The ball's going to be wet. It's going to be raining. It's good old fashioned, jerseys are going to be a mess. It's going to be fun. Under the lights here in Manor tonight. It's going to be
football.
Oh yeah.
How big does that make special teams tonight in this game, guys?
Yeah. And I think we've got the advantage on special teams.
Big time.
We'll see. So I got the opportunity earlier in the week to talk to Coach Griffin, and here's what Coach Griffin said about last week's loss to Cedar Park and this week's matchup with Manor. We welcome to the SHN Sports Georgetown Eagles pregame show head coach of your Georgetown Eagles, Coach Chuck Griffin. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Hey, Kelly, it's great to be here.
Coach, tough loss this week. Guys played hard, and if you told me at the beginning of the week we scored 45, I'd tell you we beat them. But talk about the game a little bit.
You know, I'm so proud of our guys' effort, what they were able to accomplish, what they're able to do, going out there and just playing hard. That's what we've been looking for, is that type of effort, that type of game. We came up short, disappointed a little bit, and disappointed myself on that. I got to take ownership of that. But our kids played exceptional. We had great stuff out of our offense. For the majority of the game, really good play out of our defense. They kind of got us on our heels there a little bit, kind of toward the, in the third quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, but we kind of came on and made a big play at the end of the game to give us a chance to win.
Right. Talk a little bit first about the offense. This is one of the best games I remember seeing Darson play.
It is for sure. I think probably in this, I don't know how many games this is, 23, 24, 25 games he started for us. I think this is one of his best games for sure. He played well, prepared all week, and just get out there and went out and executed, did what he was supposed to do. He did a great job.
The running backs ran hard. Offensive line did pretty well. And honestly, at the beginning of the game, especially in that first half, they were dominating Cedar Park.
Yeah, I don't know. We did up front, man. We were just kind of rolling them up there for a while in the first part of the game. And obviously Cedar Park came out and gave us a little bit back in the second half, what you expect out of an elite program like that. I mean, they're one of the top programs in the state. So you kind of expect that. But, man, we held our own, went toe-to-toe with them. Our undersized guys got up there and played hard, and we really did rush the ball for well. I think we ended up with 589 yards of offense on the night. I don't think we've ever done that against Cedar Park before.
Yeah, and I know it's a disappointing loss, but, you look back at this and just a couple of plays, you're in the game, maybe win the game. The defense got kind of smacked in the mouth in the second half, but they responded.
Yeah, they did. I mean, it came out at halftime, and they made some good adjustments. And sometimes in youth like this, you get in those situations when they score, because those things are going to happen, and all of a sudden you kind of play not to lose instead of play to win, and it changes your game, just how you are in the game. And I kind of challenge our kids on that in the middle of the fourth quarter, like, hey, we got to stop playing not to lose and play to win. And our kids really performed well there in the last series and got us a turnover and set us up to win.
So with the performance, there's a lot of good things you can point out. There's some things that you got to correct.
Sure.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda, but this could happen.
That was both of us were both sides of the ball, ran a lot of plays the other night. So we changed up practice a little bit this morning. They responded really well just to teaching and learning. And then we'll get back after these next few days and get ready to go beat Manor.
So let's talk a little bit about Manor. They got the second leading running back in the district, second leading running back in the district. We've been facing a lot of teams that have run the ball well. How are you going to attack these guys?
We got to gang tackle this guy and got to tackle him low. He's good. He's done a really good job. I mean, he had a bunch of yards on us last year as a sophomore. He's a good football player. Quentin does a good job. So we're gonna have to tackle him low, get the hats to the ball, and that'll be big for us defensively. Obviously, they got a big weapon with Che out on the perimeter, and got to be able to handle him as well. Our plan is just to get out there and play good defense and be sound in what we're doing and be fast to the ball, and get out and try to get after and do the best we can.
Seems like this game with Manor is quietly becoming a little bit of a rivalry game. I mean, we've been in district with them for a little while now, and always is a good football game. So are the players aware of that? Is it something that
I don't know if they're aware of that. I don't know that they look at Manor as a rivalry. We've played them. We have played them several years now. Last year maybe we had to come from behind. We were 29 points down and had to come from behind to win. The year before we kind of dominated the game. So our guys understand that this is one of the games that we've got to win to be a playoff football team. We got to go win one of those and one of those tough games to be a playoff football team. This is one we got to go finish.
Defensively, defensively, what do you see from Manor that causes you the greatest concern?
Man, they're big, fast, and athletic. I mean, it's they check all of those boxes. They are big up front. They are extremely fast and athletic. So, here's the deal. They're going to get us some just because of that. They're going to out-athlete to the point of attack sometimes, and they're going to get us some. But I also think we can play disciplined football, and we can get them a few times too, just by catching them off guard or catching them in a little unique situation. So I think we're going to be okay offensively. We just got to go out and perform.
I watched a little bit of their game last week, and you're right, boy. That defensive line and the guys they put in the box are just big, and
yeah,
not just big, but very athletic too.
Yeah, they are, and they don't play a traditional style of defense. They play man coverage, and they move around, and they're bringing people every snap. They're coming from all different directions. So that's what I said. They'll get us some just because they're going to bring 6 or 7 a lot of times, and but we're going to be able to get them too, just because they'll get themselves out of position doing that some.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. They may get you some, but if they don't get you, they're opening themselves up.
Yeah, for sure.
Which that's just that style of defense, It's
right. I
guess a tactical trade-off. Who are your players of the game from the Cedar Park game?
Players of the game, obviously Darson Hermann. He was our Code Blue Player of the Week. Our House of Pain Player of the Week was AJ. AJ had 9 tackles and 1 forced fumble on the night. Special teams player was Tucker Griffin. Had a couple of tackles, had some good blocks, had the touchdown throw. And our kids really did a great job. Overall, just man, we were 44 seconds too short. From playing a great football game.
Right. Well, Coach, we appreciate you joining. I did want to ask you a little bit. I'm gonna ask you to go father instead of coach. Your son's playing well when he gets on that field. How proud are you of that?
I am. This is really important to him, and he works really hard. Being his role, it's a different role for him. He's always been the starting quarterback, his whole life, and so now to be the backup quarterback, and he's practicing a little bit of linebacker and playing some special teams. He does a great job. It's important to him, so it's good to see him get out there and have some success.
Hey, is your mom giving any advice that we need to take advantage of to make our broadcast better? I know she's listening every week.
Well, her name's Peggy, not Patsy.
Yeah, they did that wrong last week. I was sitting in New York watching, going, no.
But no, she enjoys it. I've got brothers and sisters that are watching, and so I always, when I get out of the game, I always have a stream of about 40 text messages from my family, texting back and forth during the game. So,
yeah. Well, good, Coach. We're glad that she watches and that your family watches. We appreciate them watching. Coach, we appreciate your time. Good luck this week against Manor. We'll see you Friday night.
All right. Thanks, Kelly. Appreciate it.
Folks, that's head coach Chuck Griffin, your Georgetown Eagles head coach. Stay with us. The pregame show continues. Again, we thank Coach Griffin, always so accommodating for us, and we appreciate that. And, guys, 2 high school coaches taking some time out of their busy schedule to have interviews with us and help us really highlight these kids, and that we so appreciate that. Guys, your final thoughts on tonight's matchup?
I think it's going to be close, just because the weather's going to dictate a lot of things. But I think the Eagles. I think the Eagles come away with a 10-point win. But I think the running game for Georgetown is just going to override the running game for Manor. Darson Hermann, I think, has another great game. I look for an Andrew Petter breakout night tonight. That's my feeling tonight.
I think, it's your typical stuff you always say: mistake-free, penalty-free, win the turnover battle, don't let anything get over your head, and tackle well. And Georgetown can do that. These kids have gained a lot of experience in the season thus far. So wet weather, it's cool weather. It's not going to be that hot. We're at Manor. We've played well there before. So it's Manor's going to have their hands full tonight.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really interesting game, and I'm excited for it. And I'm glad kickoff is right around the corner because I'm ready to watch this football game. Well, folks, we appreciate you joining us here on the SHN Sports Georgetown Eagles countdown to kickoff. Kickoff is right around the corner, so stay with us. Thanks for joining us, folks. We'll see you in just a few minutes live from Manor for the Georgetown versus Manor matchup tonight underneath the Friday night lights.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Manor High School on the campus. What a beautiful night. I tell you what, some clouds out there. Kelly, Dave, myself here live at Manor High School, Mustang Field, whatever you call this joint.
Mustang Stadium.
But a beautiful night for football. It's overcast right now. The clouds out and about, but it looks like, and we'll start it off. Doppler Dave, the forecast looks like we might get lucky and miss the rain.
Yes, sir. I'm keeping a really close eye on the weather radar right now. Using radar scope, so I highly recommended that by Doppler Dave. Winds are north at 4 miles an hour. It's about 82 degrees, 64% humidity. It's a perfect, beautiful weather night right now in Manor. Let's hope that holds out and the ball stays dry for Darson and company tonight.
8 minutes, 5 seconds left on the pregame clock. The Georgettes and the cheerleaders out ready with the field crew with the Eagles run through. Ready to go, inflatable. The Manor Mustang helmet inflated on the north end of the field for the Mustangs. Borrow from Morrow. Matt Morrow, your residential mortgage expert. Borrow from Morrow, our family, your future, our focus. For your mortgage needs, remember Matt Morrow. Borrow from Morrow. For more information, visit borrowfrommorrow.com. NMLS 464148. Smoothie King at Wolf Ranch, blending goodness to fuel your greatness. And Minutemen Press Georgetown is your one-stop print shop. From business cards to signage, now turnkey mailing solutions for flyers, postcards, bulk mailing, and more. Minutemen Press Georgetown can help bring exposure to your business. For more information, visit mmptx.com. Kelly, we get ready for the Georgetown Eagles to come running through tonight. They're in all gray. With the silver helmets. The Manor Mustangs just came running out. They're in all black with black helmets tonight. The Mustangs have a tall task in order on the road here, coming in 0-1 in district play.
They do, and it's going to be really interesting to see what happens tonight after that devastating loss that Georgetown had last week against Cedar Park, to see how the guys respond. But I was talking to some of the Manor folks earlier, and they were talking about Darson Hermann, and you know, they'd seen some film on him, and they know if they can't contain number 8 tonight, it's going to be a long night for the Mustangs. But I think this is a favorable matchup for Georgetown. We'll see. Dave Campbell's Texas football called this a too close to pick 'em. They pick a winner in all of the games across Texas, and in 5A Division I, this is the only game that they called too close to call. So it's going to be really interesting to see who jumps out. If Manor gets behind early, they're going to have a hard time catching up because they haven't thrown the ball well this year. So it'll be a lot of fun to see what's going on tonight with both these teams and to see how they respond.
The Manor Mustangs, the home team tonight, they come in on the season 3-1, 1-0 in district play. Their only win against Leander last week, 31-29. The Eagles come in 0-1. And we're going to take a quick break for the national anthem.
And back here live on SHN Sports coverage of Georgetown Eagle football. The Manor Mustang Choir performing the national anthem. The flags off of the flagpoles tonight due to the weather here this past week. One of the players holding it on the sideline, so at least we got a little bit of a flag there to see. Before the teams get ready to the coin toss in the middle of the field, it looks like the captains for the Manor Mustangs, number 2, senior Jalen Young, number 3, senior Elijah Lewis, and number 9, senior linebacker Wilson Buhindwa. Kelly, while we got the break waiting for the coin toss, let's go over to the starting lineup for the Georgetown Eagles.
So the starting lineup for your Eagles tonight, we'll start with the offense. And, of course, with the offense, we got to start with the buffet killers up front. My favorite guys on the offense. The offensive line at right tackle is sophomore number 72, Ian Sanders. The right guard is the senior number 52, Nick Fisher. Number 65, Broden Elliott is the center. He's a junior. And the left guard is sophomore Jacob Weisenheimer, number 50. The left tackle is Jeremiah Phillips, number 78. He's a senior. Number 6, Drayden Dickman, wide receiver. He's a junior, speedy junior. 25, Marquise Dominguez is the wide receiver, the other wide receiver. He is a junior. 22, Andrew Patter, sophomore slot receiver, and sometimes out of the backfield is a running back. Number 14, Hayden During is a slot receiver. He is a senior as well. Number 32, Devin Ross, the running back, is a senior. Number 16, Tyler Hawkins, fullback. He's a senior. And quarterback, senior Darson Hermann, number 8.
At the coin toss, Manor wins the toss. They're going to defer to the second half, so it looks like the Eagles will be receiving out of the south end zone to start the ballgame. The Eagle defense, Kelly?
On defense, at end, senior Carson Guido, number 15. Number 43, Michael Valenta is the nose tackle. He's a sophomore. Number 38, Brandon Stovall is the bandit. He's a junior. Number 10, Ian Lewis is the outside linebacker. He's a junior. Number 3, Bryson Hanks is middle linebacker, a senior. A.J. Bradshaw, number 5, is the senior Sam linebacker. And the star linebacker, senior number 7, Jason Avila. Number 18, Trent McConnell is one of the safeties. He's a senior. And the other safety is Gabriel DeNova, number 24. He's a junior. The corners are senior Baylor Alexander, number 11, and Colin Cassie. He's a corner.
As we get ready for the kickoff, the Manor Mustangs come in, coached by head coach James Keller. Assistant coaches are aplenty for them. Superintendent for Manor High School, Dr. Andre Spencer. Principals Jessica Hearn, Brandon Powell, and Elime Sadikova for the Manor Mustangs. The Mustangs get set to kick off from their own 20 or 40-yard line, kicking from the north end to the south end. To put it underway, the kick, low line driver will bounce about the 30, fielded at the 21 by Petter. He'll come to the near side hash mark, up the middle past the 30 to 35, drags the man, and he'll be stopped there. Eagles will have good field position to start the ball game at their own 36-yard line. So an opportunity for this offense to go to work right off the bat, and they have great field position to start it. The test becomes now.
They do. The worry was that the football was going to be wet all night, but doesn't look like we're going to get much, if any, rain, so it's going to be interesting to see how that affects. I felt like a rainy night would help Manor out in stopping the Georgetown passing game, but we've got that dual-headed monster available to us tonight.
11:54 in the first quarter. Eagles start their possession at their own 36. Darson Hermann, shotgun snap, fake the handoff. He'll keep it around the right side. Cut back, hit at the line of scrimmage, and driven back there by a host of Mustangs as they pile on Hermann back about the 28-yard line, but it'll be a no gain.
Nice job by Salazar, number 17, and number 8, Joyner, staying home and keeping Darson contained, and that's what they're going to have. They're going to have to play disciplined on defense to contain the running game, period.
They read that one right off the bat as soon as he pulled it out of the belly of number 32, Devin Ross. 2 receivers left, 1 right for the Eagles here to start it. 2nd and 10 now from their 36. Petter to the left of Herman. Devin Ross to the right. Herman shotgun snap. Come back, and he'll drop back, look at a pass, fake it, pump it. Now he's going to have to scramble, and he's hit. And he's taken down. A sack for the Mustangs on the second play of the ball game. Good coverage on the outside. Forced the sack.
Coverage sack. Manor did a great job of keeping the receivers contained. No place to go with the ball. Darson couldn't see it, but if he had bounced outside, he had a little running room out to the right side, but wasn't able to see it. And Manor is one stop away from forcing Georgetown to a 3-and-out.
So it's going to be a long now. 3rd and 13, 3rd and 14 for the Eagles. Daring in motion to the right. Shotgun snap back, roll out to the right side. Herman looking to throw on the run. He's chased down and gets rid of it over to Daring on the sideline, up the sideline, but he's pushed out of bounds short of the first down. It'll be about 2 yards short. So we'll see what the coach does here. Coach Griffin faced with a 4th down on the first drive up to the 44-yard line.
He may challenge his offense right here and say, let's get this 2 yards.
4th and 2 from the 44-yard line. A nice play there. Looked like it was about to break down. Herman dumps it out to the right sideline to Daring. And it brings up 4th and 2 now. Looks like the Eagles will go for it. One receiver right. Now Hawkins in motion to the right side. Handed off to Devin Ross. He hits the hole. 45, pushes forward to the 46. He's going to get the first down up to the 47 before he's pushed back. And the Eagles convert on their first 4th down attempt. Got a man down for the Mustangs. Number 5, Jeffrey, staying down face first on the turf. It looks to be in some pain.
Number 6,
Ian Collins, the junior defensive back. And he has not turned over. He starts to kind of get himself up to his knees. Hope that young man is all right. It will be a borrow from Morrow first down. The Eagles convert on their first 4th down. Dave, how big is that for your offensive mindset, no? In your first drive, instead of going 3 or 4 and out, you get your first down.
That's right. I mean, not turning it over to Manor and giving the momentum to them at the beginning of the game here where they can go up possibly 7-0. That's a big deal. And we're also, clock management, keeping the ball, running down the field. That's, we'll keep moving the ball down the field.
That injury is one he's going to get made fun of.
I think I saw what it was as he got up.
When they watched the film.
So we're going to go to 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 47-yard line. Devin Ross with a big run. 3-yard pickup on 4th down. Brings up the first down. 1st and 10, 9 minutes, 25 seconds left in the first quarter. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Now make it 2 left. As Drayton Dickman goes in motion, gets the handoff in the backfield. Horse collar tackle.
I'm
no flag being thrown.
A lot of penetration by Manor's D-line right now.
Yeah, they've got a lot of speed, and they're doing a great job of flying to the football.
Big time.
Drayton Dickman drug down from behind the shoulder pads there. Defensive lineman locked up in the block with Hawkins, reached out and took Dickman down for a loss. It'll bring up 2nd and 13 back from the 44.
Well, they had good luck with the option play against Cedar Park.
Here comes Hawkins in motion to the left side. 4 receivers left now. Herman drops back. Quick swinger out to Petter. 45-50, 45, and stop there about the 44-yard line of Manor. It's going to be about a yard shy of the first down, but a quick pop there for Andrew Petter. He wasted no time, Kelly, making that catch and getting upfield.
You see his strength there because 3 guys hit him simultaneously, and he still pushed him back just a little bit. So 3rd and short here, the chain gang started to move. Now they got to reset the chains because it should be 3rd and a yard.
Yeah, they started at the 47. Now they're confused on the far side. It should be 3rd down and 1. Now they're going to get it set.
They've got a student on one of those. One of the student athletes looks like he's wearing a jersey, but that line judge on the other side is having a little conversation with him about it.
They get into Manor territory. 3rd and 1 from the 44 of Manor. Need to get to the 43 of Manor for the first down. 1 receiver left, 1 right. 2 running backs in the backfield, offset to either side of Herman. Hawkins in motion to the left. Shotgun snap back. Handed off to Petter. He'll come to the left side in the near sideline. 45-40. 35. Lowers the shoulder. Gets up past the 30. Maybe the 29. We'll see if they spot him. But a borrow from Morrow first down. A good run there by the sophomore, Andrew Petter. And another first down up to the Manor 30-yard line. Good run there.
Looks like the edges is where Georgetown's going to have some luck. They like to run right at these defense, maybe off of the tackles. But the times they've had some success tonight is around the edges, so that may be their key. But that offensive line has their hands full with a couple of
Yes.
hefty boys on the defensive line. Oh, direct snap to Petter.
1st and 10, snap it to Petter. He gets forward for about 3 yards up to the 27-yard line to Mater. So it'll bring up a 2nd and 7 for the Eagles.
New little wrinkle we haven't seen. Darson went out wide to the right, and then Petter was in the backfield for the direct snap.
That's an old Caden Leggett play.
Mm-hmm.
Now it'll be 2 receivers right. Herman back in the pistol formation. Ross now will move offset right side of Herman in the backfield. Petter in motion right. Empty side left. Herman takes a snap. Quick pass out. Hits Dominguez. He gets up about the 25. Cut down about the 23, maybe the 22. They're going to spot him forward to the 22-yard line here on the near side. Now it's back to the 23-yard line. So it'll bring up a 3rd and 3 for the Eagles.
Dickman may have gotten away with a little bit of a hold out there on the right side on the cornerback. Referee didn't call it, so maybe he's letting him play a little bit handsy, but that's what sprung that for the gain they did get.
Nice little 4-yard pass and catch from Herman to Dominguez. Now back in the Wildcat. Snap to Petter. He's going to go right up the middle, and he's hit and stuffed at the line of scrimmage, and now a 1-yard loss. So it didn't work there. I think you had it right, Kelly. The edges are going to be the sides where you got to hit this now.
And that's one of the few times that you see Petter or any of the running backs get stopped for a loss. It happens occasionally.
Well, that's you see in the left of your screen, big number 51 right there. Probably have a lot to do with it.
And big number 51 doesn't appear on the roster. Got an updated roster from Manor earlier today. And 51 was not on it, so I'm unsure of that young man's name. We'll try to catch up on the next break and go down to the scores booth. But Eagles going for it for the 2nd time on 4th down here in the first drive. 5:52 left in the first quarter. Herman looking to pass. Waits for a man to cut. He sells on him all the way to the end zone. It's incomplete. No flag on the play, and it's going to be a turnover on downs with 5:46 left in the first quarter. The Eagles drive all the way down to the Manor 24, but come up short there. It'll be 1st and 10 Manor.
With the success that the Manor defense had, I think they've got Darson having a little happy feet back there, and he's not able to get set like he normally has already in this game. So the coach is going to have to talk to Darson and get him settled down so he can set his feet. But nice job by the Manor defense in keeping Georgetown off the board. And Coach Keller, when I talked to him, was excited about his defense.
And reason to be impressed there. Great way to hold there. Bend, don't break for the Mustangs. 1st and 10 from their own 24. Pitch it out to Joyner. It looks like he's going to look to throw. And now he's chased down. He falls down. He is down right there at the 15, make it the 16-yard line. It's going to be a loss of about 8 yards on 1st down. They were going to do a trick play right off the bat. You had Nwabuko down the sideline. It looked like Joyner was going to throw that to him.
Well, he had Nwabuko down the sideline. He had a guy wide open between the hash marks, too. I didn't see who it was, but it was there.
But Joyner falls down, and now it's 2nd and 18, all the way back to the 16-yard line for the Mustangs. The trick play backfired there. Now a 2nd and long for the Mustangs. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Running back in the backfield, offset from the quarterback on the left side. Manor has it with 4:55 left in the first quarter. Quick pass out. It's out to number 21. Hits at about the 12-yard line, and he's driven out of bounds. What a tackle there. I think it was number 10 in Lewis, and then followed up by number 5, Mr. A.J. Bradshaw, finishing up that tackle. And it's a loss of 1. It brings up a 3rd and 19 now for the Mustangs. Great coverage there by the Lewis, and then Bradshaw helping close it down.
Georgetown runs really similar, and the key to that is the development of it. It's got to develop quick, but Georgetown was able to get out there and break it up before anything could be gained.
Maynard takes the snap. Quarterback drops back. He's looking to go across the middle, and he overshoots the receiver.
So you talk about flipping the field. That 4th down, back that early 4th down that we converted over here, that helped us put Maynard in this situation. You know, they had a couple of mistakes, and we flipped the field. We're on their end right now.
So Maynard is going to punt the ball away from their own 15-yard line on 4th and 19.
Boy, Collins, that big tight end, number 19 for Maynard, he is just a monster. Big kid.
He took a shot there from McConnell when the pass went off his hands. Unable to make the catch. He floated that first downfield pass for the quarterback. The punt is away. Low line driver. It'll be fielded at the 46 of Manor by Dickman. He gets outside of a tackle and tripped up. The epitome of a shoestring tackle at the 40-yard line of Manor. And the Eagles will have great field possession for their second time here in the first quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 40 of Manor.
Number 28, Jimenez, came flying in there. Dickman, if he gets past him, he's got another 20 yards before he engages anybody. So that was an important tackle. Hey, for our folks listening on YouTube, we've got some familiar names. We've got some other names we don't recognize. Type in there and let us know where you're listening from. We appreciate you tuning in to our broadcast here on SHN Sports.
Now the Eagles have it. 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. 4 receivers left, 1 right. Empty backfield with Herman all alone in the shotgun snap. Stands at the 45. He'll take the snap, back up about 3 or 4 yards. He's pressured, and he'll be sacked. Number 10.
We're going to have a running back back there helping out Darson tonight. We can't – I don't believe it.
His name.
I mean, I'm not a coach, but having an empty backfield right now is probably not – we need to loosen everything up a little bit.
Number 10, the junior defensive lineman, Princewell Uman-Malin. We're going to go with that. Princewell blows through there. Sacks Herman back at the 50-yard line. 2nd and 20. Now swing pass out to Petter. He gets up past the 50, back to the 46-yard line of Manor. But a flag on the play. And a roughing the passer on number 6, Collins. He made a good play earlier on drive number 1 for the Eagles. This time it's going to be a costly penalty. The Eagles will go from 3rd and 20, maybe 3rd and 16, to 1st and 10 on the roughing the passer.
And I apologize to the viewers. I was watching number 6 go run after Darson, and I didn't even see the pass. So got a good view if you go back and watch the replay of that roughing the passer.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Well, and the key for Manor right now is they're getting pressure with 4-man front. They don't have to blitz right now because they're getting pressure, so that means they can drop plenty of guys back in coverage. Their linebackers can stay at home in case of the run. So as long as they can get pressure with those front 4 against our 5 offensive linemen, then they're going to have some success in stopping our offense.
Here's where your little screens and quick slants will have to come into play for the Eagle offense to slow down that rush.
Read my mind.
And the blitzing of the offensive line, or defensive line of Manor. So it's going to be a borrow for Morrow first down off the penalty. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line of Manor. Hawkins in motion right. Quick handoff. Nope, fakes it there. He's going to pass it wide open. It's Drayton Dickman, and it's going to be a touchdown. Georgetown Eagles. Now a flag comes in after he already was in the end zone. A flag came in from the near side lineman.
Illegal man downfield.
Ineligible man downfield. That is a late flag to come in that long after the pass had been gone to Dickman in the end zone. But this one's going to come back.
Yeah, there was. The left tackle was 5 yards down the field. High school, you can only be 3. And he rushed down, tried to block the linebacker, and he was too far down the field. Big penalty.
Manor hands Georgetown a free first down and then turns around and gives up a big play. But another proverbial shot in the own foot of Georgetown here. Instead of a touchdown, it's 1st and 15 from the 37-yard line of Manor. Dickman in the shotgun snap. Empty backfield. He drops back. Here comes the pressure. Now a quick dump out to Petter. He's unable to make the catch, and he pays the price anyway as number 9, Wilson Buhendwa, lays the hit on Petter. It's an incomplete pass. Brings up 2nd and 15 from the Manor 37.
Not only is Manor flying to the football, but they are laying the wood when they get there, too. These kids are hitting hard. And I think it's got a couple of these Georgetown guys a little nervous about what's going on.
So Georgetown ready's back from the 37-yard line of Manor. 2nd and 15. Herman in the shotgun. Drops back to pass. Pressure on, a little screen pass, and it's almost picked off. You can run and clap your hands all you want, Mr. Isenwune. But you should have been in the end zone with a pick 6 there.
Yeah.
That pass was more in his hands than any chance to the Eagles, and that brings up a tough 3rd and 15 now for the Eagles.
Well, that could be why he's a defensive back.
On the defensive side for a reason. He read that pass really well. Man, he had an opportunity there Georgetown should consider themselves lucky there on the incompletion. 3rd and 15 from the Manor 37-yard line. 3 receivers left. Ross offset to the left side of Herman. Herman back to pass, pressure being applied. He's going to scramble to the left side. On the run, he's going to fake the pass and now keep it near sideline 30, 25-20, and he's going to pick up a first down. Herman scrambles in that last second pump.
Oh, no, they said he stepped out at the 25.
Oh, my goodness. I'm not going to try to harp on the officiating, but
That's
that linesman was 25 yards away from that and had a dead eye. He's saying where he marked him out at the 25. Looked like Herman got down to the 20. So it's going to bring up 4th and 2 for the Eagles from the 25 of Manor. Herman has Ross offset to the right. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Shotgun snap back. Herman rolls out to the right. He's looking for Dickman. Hits Dickman at the 20. He's taken out of bounds quickly there. But it's more importantly inside the Smoothie King red zone. Another borrow from Morrow first down. What a job there, Kelly, of rolling away from that pressure. You saw him pack the box, and they were coming. Herman rolls away from it, hits Dickman for the first down.
Yeah, you could see him move up 2 linebackers up to blitz. Georgetown did a good job of slowing those guys down just long enough, and the rollout helped protect Herman from that rush, and big first down.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the 18-yard line of Manor. 3:12 left in the first quarter. 1 receiver right, 1 left for the Eagles. 2 running backs in the backfield. Hawkins motion right. Now fake the handoff. Little swing pass out, but he tried to lead Petter. Petter never saw it coming, but good coverage there by the Mustang defense. And it brings up 2nd and 10.
Wally, how much time has the Manor defense spent on the field tonight? They've had 1 3-and-out on offense for Manor, and we talked about their kind of small roster. Yep. And some of the guys playing both ways. If they spend a lot of time out there, they're going to have their hands on their hips pretty soon.
Exactly, and they spent 6 minutes in the first drive. The Eagles had the ball. And now another good drive here for the Eagles. 3:05 left in the quarter. Herman drops back, being pressured, dumps it off to Petter. 15-yard line. He's going to be knocked out about the 10-yard line. Let's see where they spot him. It'll make it a short 3rd down for the Eagles from the 10-yard line of Manor. Nice little play by Herman there to get away from the pressure, dump it off to Petter, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 2 from the 10-yard line.
Quick hello to Carol and Danny Blaine. They're the aunt and uncle of Hayden Duran, number 14. They're watching from Friendswood. And our good friends Kay and Chuck Pledge are listening in, so good to have the Pledges with us.
Quick snap, hand off to Petter. He gets past the line of scrimmage up to about the 9-yard line. A Mustang player reached out and grabbed Petter's jersey and just froze him and brought him back. What a play there to stop Petter a yard short. That'll bring up another 4th down for the Eagles. 4th and 1 from the 9-yard line of Manor. Big play here. Do you kick the field goal or do you go for it? It looks like the Eagles are going to go for it. The offense stays on the field.
Points are at a premium tonight. I don't know. That's why I'm glad I'm not a football coach. Just sit up here and talk about them.
4th and 1. Manor packs the box again. Hand it off to Ross. He cuts to the right side. Breaks a tackle up past the 4-yard line now, and it's going to be a borrow for Morrow 1st and goal for the Eagles. What a run there. I didn't see that one coming. Kind of thought it would be a quick pass, and they hand it off to Ross. He goes to the right side, makes a couple of defenders miss, and then carries a man just inside the 5. 1st and goal for the Eagles.
Devin did a good job of planting that right foot and turning up there and attacking the defender, which you like to see, and pushed him back and gained some extra yardage.
2:04 left in the first quarter.
Okay.
Shotgun snap. That to Petter. He cuts it up the middle. Touchdown, Georgetown Eagles.
No flags.
2:04 left in the quarter because they didn't run the clock on that play. I don't think the officials caught that either. But more importantly, it's a touchdown for your Georgetown Eagles. Andrew Petter, a 4-yard direct snap touchdown run.
Andrew's done a great job of running the ball and catching the ball out of the backfield, so it's nice to see Andrew get in the end zone.
Carson Saucedo, the senior kicker, on to try the Minutemen press extra point attempt. The kick is up, and it is good. Carson Saucedo, number 37, the senior kicker, committed to Bethel College in Kansas. We talked to him Wednesday night at the coaches show. Sharp young man, what a fun time talking to him, and super proud of that young man and the adventure he'll be on next year up at Bethel College, but more importantly, the job he's doing as a senior kicker for these Eagles.
That's right. He's been very reliable. Had a couple of misses last week that kind of shook him a little bit, but he got back, or 2 weeks ago, and he got his head back right, and he does a great job. And yesterday was his 18th birthday, happy birthday.
Yeah, we did talk to his
Carson
dad,
Sauceda.
Jonathan, at dinner tonight on the way into town, and super glad to hear that it is Carson's birthday.
Last week he had a field goal for 24 yards, and he was 4-4 on PATs.
Had a great game against Cedar Park in that battle at home. Tough loss for the Eagles. But what you've got to like here, 2 minutes, 3 seconds left in the first quarter. The Eagles get the first points of the night, a 7-0 lead. But like you were talking about, Dave, 2 good possessions, over 8 minutes of ball control for the Eagles, almost 9 minutes. And so the Eagles doing a good job of trying to wear this defense out early.
I didn't expect a defensive battle like this, but that's exactly what we've got with 2:03 left in the first quarter.
We're 2 of 3 for fourth down conversions, or
Kick by Sauceda. Be fielded at the 17-yard line of Maynard. They're going to come to the near side. The pursuit is on. The slips the tackle. Number 23 up past the 25, 30, 35. Now he's finally gathered up and taken down about the 33-yard line. A nice return there by number 23, Isaiah Crosby. It'll be 1st and 10 for Maynard with 1:54 left in the first quarter.
how many fourth down tries have we had, Kelly? At least 3 or 4.
That's our
of them.
fourth.
So we're
3 out of 4.
We only missed one of them.
Yeah, I want to say hello to Hunter Springer listening in, Brandon Bradford also listening in, Jacob Estrada and Veronica Guerrero listening in from Philippi, West Virginia.
The handoff to Joyner. He gets around the right side, and there's a hold there. How do you not throw that flag? And Joyner is gone. 19, the receiver, knew he did it. He even looked at he's even running down the sideline holding his hands up. Collins had a good hold there on the defensive back who had a beeline for Joyner. But nonetheless, it's a long touchdown run, 1-play drive for the Mustangs to respond with a touchdown.
Wow. Yeah.
What a killer hold on the outside.
Grabbed him around the waist.
And looked right at the linesman as he ran by with his hands up like, and no flag thrown here on the Maynard sideline. Maynard going to set for the extra point attempt and try to even the score up with 1:42 left in quarter number 1. Kick is up, and it is no good. He missed it to the left.
Big. Well, Maynard's had success running the football all
I see
season.
why now.
Yeah, because of the hold. But you saw the speed of that running back.
Oh, Quentin Joyner, very dangerous. Anybody we talked to up here in the booth getting ready
Joyner
just kept warning us, hey, don't let him get loose. And, boy, he showed it there on the long run, the 38-yard from the 38-yard line of Maynard, and he took it around the end and opened it up quickly. 7-6, the Eagles lead it by 1 with 1:42 left in the half, or the first quarter. But that is super frustrating when a big hold occurs right in front of an official on the home sideline and doesn't get called. That's a whole different play there.
And on the stat page, you've got time of possession. It looks really good. It's now time ball game.
Yeah.
We've controlled this game. One play that changes it by that young man.
I was starting to get a little bit worried, but Jack Ward is now watching. So, Jack, it's good to have you watching on YouTube. I was worried about you, man, because you're usually here at the start, so we're going to let it slide this time. But kickoff's at 7, my friend.
62-yard touchdown run on one play. Took 12 seconds off the clock for the Manor Mustangs. Capped off by Quentin Joyner. Now the Mustangs set to kick it off again for the second time in the ball game. Marquez Dominguez and Petter back. The low line drive kick. Fielded by Petter about the 14-yard line. Up past the 20, 25, 30. Breaks out to the left side, 35. And taken down about the 39-yard line. Make it the 40-yard line. And the Eagles have the ball. 1st and 10 at their own 40 with 1:35 left here in quarter number 1.
I love seeing Andrew Petter with his hands on the football. I love seeing Drayden Dickman with his hands on the football. Devin Ross with his hand. I love watching these kids run the football. Marquise does just an amazing. It's fun to watch. And Frankie Miranda's listening in. Attaboy, Frankie.
More importantly, Dave, we talked about it a couple of times already. The Manor defense back on the field. Not much rest there as the offense scored on the one-play drive.
Come on, let's get this play off.
3 receivers right. Snap back. Ross gets a handoff right up the middle. 40, 45. Tripped up there. Lands about the 48-yard line.
The reason I said that is we've had trouble coming up off change of possession, getting out there and getting the ball going.
Quick back to it. 2nd and 2 from the 48. Handed off to Ross on the left side. He makes a man miss. Dances out the outside across the midfield stripe. Into Manor territory for the borrow from Morrow first down. 1st and 10 from the 49.
Run that tempo. Don't let these big boys get set and wear them out. I like it.
Yep.
Snap off, handed to Dickman on an end around, 50, 45, and he's chopped down about the 43-yard line of Maynard. So it'll bring up 2nd and about.
In case it starts raining, it's a good game plan, too.
2nd and 4 for the Eagles. Right back at it quickly. They're not letting anyone substitute. They want to wear defense out. Do that right there. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Ross in the backfield. Quick snap. It's into the hands of Petter. 40, drags a man. And now stacked up, but it's going to be a borrow from Morrow first down to the 37-yard line of Manor.
Flag.
Do you see how they're trying to tackle our guys and pull them back? I guess they've noticed that our running backs, when they get tackled, they fall forward, and Manor's trying to stop that.
Now a flag on the near side.
It's going to be a hold on us.
We got the crowd mic.
Is that a chop block?
Yeah.
As long as the Manor Mustang coaches stay in the ear of this near side official, the Eagles will be battling 12 men on defense. It is unbelievable how many flags have come out of his pocket. All but 1 tonight have come out of the near side linesman pocket. This one's going to go from being a first down at the 37 of Manor all the way back to the 42 of Georgetown. 2nd down and 19 yards to go for the Eagles.
Run that tempo. Because big number 51's tired.
2nd and 19 from the 42. Handed off to Ross around the right side, and they read it that time. He'll get right back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. It'll bring up 3rd and 19. Can't go to the well too many times against this defense. They are quick and adjust well.
Well, Georgetown has been known throughout the years for their passing game, but the running game has been very successful this year as well. Mm-hmm. And if we can keep that running game going, Manor is not very deep.
3rd and 19 from the 42. 2 receivers left. Ross offset to the left of Herman. Hawkins on the left end. Fake the handoff. Quick pass out to Dominguez. And a rare drop there by Marquise Dominguez as the horn went off to end the first quarter.
Oh, the way they were standing, I thought there was another penalty.
That's going to be the end of the first quarter. 7-6. The Eagles lead it by 1 over the Manor Mustangs. We'll flip ends of the field, and it'll be 4th and 19 for your Eagles. We'll be back with more Georgetown Eagle football on SHN Sports in just a moment. Fourth and 19 as we start the second quarter. Back to punt are the Eagles. They've gone for it four times on 4th down. This time the punt. Punt is away. A low line driver. It's going to bounce about the 28. Fielded at the 21. Taken to the right side. The man missed. A high tackle miss. It breaks another one. Back up past the 30. To about the 32. Make it the 33-yard line before a swarm of Eagle defenders take him down. Number 23, Crosby, on the return again. And Manor will have it. 11:46 left in the first half. 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Devin Ross is the one that tried to tackle up around the shoulder pads and hit him good and hard, but the returner kept his feet under him and got a couple extra yards after that.
Good job by Crosby. 2 good returns for the Mustangs.
Bill and Barb in North Carolina watching us. Appreciate that. Pulling for number 23.
Only
Jacob.
Fifth snap from scrimmage for this.
Faltasek. Hand off on the end around to Wobuku. He tries to get outside, and he does, but he loses a yard still, or gets back to the line of scrimmage. The 33 will be marked out there. What a good job by the Eagle defense. I'm not sure I go away from Quentin Joyner until you stop him.
Yeah.
You go fancy with the end around there to Wobuku. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, brings up 2nd and 10, but the way Quentin Joyner runs that ball.
Joyner and Nubuko have been their big weapons this year. And you'll what's Nubuko's first name? We may just need to call him that.
Chi. Quick swing pass out to Joyner at the right side. Gets up to the 35. He tries to get away. Or a loss, I'm sorry, to the 30. It got covered up there. It'll be a loss of go 2. They give him the 31-yard line. A good job of reading that. Little swing pass to Joyner, getting his hands on the right side. But the Eagle defensive line, Carson Guido there.
Good job, Trent McConnell coming up from way back, and he kind of pulled him around, brought him down on top of him. He wanted to get that young man on the ground.
Yeah, one of those guys. One guy comes in and starts trying to strip the ball, which I like.
Right.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 12 from the 31-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 right for the Mustangs. Zardavitz, the quarterback, drops back. Quick swing pass into the hands of number 12, about the 30. Now the 35, the hold there on the outside, not called again. And a first down for the Mustangs up to the 48-yard line. That time Nobuko got a hold of the defensive back and unable to get free and get the tackle. And the Mustangs get a first down on a long 3rd and 12 up to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, he didn't get that hold call because he let go as soon as the guy started trying to separate. And that's what they teach. Grab up around the shoulder pads, and when they start trying to separate, let go. And
yes, it's not holding if it's not called.
Correct.
1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Quarterback, quick pass out to the outside. And there's another flag now on this play.
That's a hold.
Can't tell who it's on. It's going to be on number 12. On Bibbs. But the quick swing pass out to Nwaboko.
Che. There's a blown assignment out there. Somebody was supposed to be out there on coverage. They only had one guy out there.
Eagles get lucky there. That'll be a holding penalty. It'll be a 10-yard penalty. That'll back them up. It'll be a long 1st and 20 for the Eagles, or for the Mustangs.
Looking back at some of that video, it was a great tackle by the wide receiver out here right at the sideline, then stood over him and looked at him.
Now the Mustangs backed up all the way to their own 39-yard line. 1st and 20. Zardavitz, the quarterback, takes a snap, hands it off to Joyner, right up the middle, past the 40. And he drives forward and falls down, taken down at the 44-yard line. Gain of 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 15 for the Mustangs. 10:08 left in the first half. The Eagle defense doing a good job here on this drive. A lot better outcome than the one play 62-yard drive by the Mustangs last time on Joyner's run around the outside. 2nd and 15 from the 44-yard line. Joyner offset to the right side of Zardavitz in the backfield. Zardavitz will kick it, pitch it out to Che on the outside. He's taken down after a gain of about 2 up to the 46-yard line. Kind of a little option play there.
Some scores from around the district with 11:04 left in the first half. Hendrickson is up 14-0 on Cedar Park. Pflugerville leads Leander 21-7 with about 11:20. At Eastview are up 2-0 in the first quarter.
You said Cedar Park's in the hole?
14-0.
Kind of like last week?
Kind of like.
Yeah. We'll
Shut
see how
up.
they respond.
Stop bringing up stuff, dude. I mean, there's no point in that.
Debbie Downer, Doppler Dave.
No, I mean, like, I'm
yeah.
interested to see if they're able to bounce back again.
Right. Yeah, okay, whatever.
Manor calls their first time out of the ballgame with 9:10 left. A big timeout here as they have 3rd and 13 from their own 46-yard line.
Weiss defeated Anderson last night by a score of 56-40. So
Weiss in lone first position tonight, coming into tonight. 4-1 on the year, 2-0 in district play. 2 big wins for Weiss.
watch out for them.
Weiss is looking good.
Good ball team.
Yeah.
For Weiss. This district is wide open.
Mm-hmm.
Manor and Cedar Park sit at 1-0 in district coming in tonight. Anderson dropped to 1-1 in district. And then Pflugerville, Leander, Georgetown, and Hendrickson all started the night 0-1 in district play. Manor gets set now from their own 46-yard line. 3rd and 13. Tight formation on the offensive side. Now a man in motion. Zardavit's back. He's going to have to pressure it. Now he scrambles to the right side. Lots of running room. And what a tackle there by Bryson Hanks as he takes down Zardavit's about a yard short.
I'm glad they didn't go with the spot on the guy on this side of the field away from him, because good spot over there on the far side. So
has him down at the 43-yard line of Georgetown. It'll bring up 4th and 2 for the Manor Mustangs in Eagle territory.
I like this call if I'm a Manor fan.
They're going to go for it from the 43. Have to get to the 41-yard line for the first down. Shotgun snap to Zardavitz in the backfield. Oh, false start there, and that'll be a big penalty there.
Oh, they're going to call it. Oh, they called the false start. I thought they were going to call us for jumping over and pulling the guy off sides.
I think the near side guy saw that. The far side was where the motion, as the right tackle came in motion before the ball was snapped. And it will be a penalty on Manor. That's a big penalty from 4th and 2 to now 4th and 7.
Couldn't talk him out of it.
That was a big penalty, but that right guard came in motion. You saw his front number turn on the sideline before the ball got snapped there.
Definitely changes the play call.
It goes to a punt now, so Manor will punt the ball away on 4th and 7. So the Eagles will get the ball back. They keep the clock running. 8:25 left here in the first half. Watch for the fake punt here.
Yeah.
They're in midfield from the 48-yard line of Georgetown. One man back for the Eagles. The ball snips back.
Got it.
It's not blocked. Oh, he did block it. And now it's going to be fielded at the 9-yard line off the bounce up past the 20 and cut down. Dickman out of bounds about the 21-yard line.
So he didn't let the ball roll.
Good job there, but it was such a weird deal.
Yeah. I thought he got it.
He did get the head umpire signaled a tip ball because the punter was hit on the block.
Well, I thought it was going to be a complete block, but I was wrong.
But then the ball bounced, and Dickman did a good job of reading it off the high bounce and took it from about the 9-yard line up to the 21. So with 7:53 left in the first half, the Eagles take over 7-6. The Eagles lead it by 1.
We need a nice sustained drive, run that clock out, put some points on the board, because Manor will get the ball to start the second half.
Worst field position of the night to start a drive for the Eagles here at their own 21-yard line. One receiver right, one left. Petter offset to the right side of Herman. Ross to the left side. Shotgun formation on the near side hash mark. Snap back to Herman. Fake the handoff. Pass on the outside to Dickman about the 29-yard line. He'll be taken down there.
I'll tell you, I'm impressed with Manor's tackling. They are very sure tacklers. They may have missed a tackle or two here and there, but I can't recall one right off the bat. They tackle very well.
2nd and 2 from the 29-yard line. 8-yard gain on first down. Hawkins in motion to the left side. 2 receivers right. Fake, handed off to Ross. Around 30, 35, hops over a man, runs into one and pushes him forward. And Ross will be stacked up about the 38-yard line. Nice run there, and another borrow from Morrow first down. I tell you what, a style of running from Ross that you've seen, but you never know. Sometimes he's hesitating, hits the hole. This time, man, he hit it and went to another speed right away.
He did, and the safety came up and stopped him and held on for dear life, but
Hand off to Ross again. Up past the 40. 45. Drags a man forward. What a nice run on first down for Devin Ross up to a 46-yard line. Another 8-yard play on first down. You got to love the short 2nd and 2, 3rd and 2. Quick back to the line. 2nd and 2. Hand it off to Ross, left side. There he waits for the hole, gets around the outside, falls forward. And it'll be a borrow for Morrow first down right at the line at the 48-yard line. Georgetown gets another first down. So going at tempo, having a hard time substituting, and now another penalty flag on the field. It's on the defense. They tried to substitute on that quick snap.
Moose.
Tempo catching up here.
Here comes Moose.
Moose is on the field for the Eagles. So we'll see what they call here. I guess you'll take this 2-yard gain and take the penalty and get 5 yards out of it. That'll put us in Manor territory. They're discussing it at the 48-yard line.
Little pat on the helmet by Ross, and then bring in Moose.
First time to see Moose in a couple of weeks. So they'll take the penalty.
Did he announce it?
There's too many men on the field. I think they still had 12 trying to get one off.
I just didn't remember him announcing it. I guess I missed it.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the Manor 49 on the penalty. Moose in the backfield. He'll get the handoff right up. Oh, different speed. Moose up past the 45, 40, breaks the tackle. Breaks another one, 30, 25. Runs over him into the 20. And David the Moose is loose. He takes it from the 49 all the way up to the 20-yard line. What a nice 29-yard run on his first carry of the ball game. A borrow for Morrow first down. And the Eagles in the Smoothie King red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Quick handoff. Moose takes it to the right side, but he's tripped up there as he was following Hawkins into the hole. He'll fall forward to 1 yard, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9 from the 19.
The left leg of the Mustang logo made a great tackle.
About the 20-yard line, that turf monster reached up and took down the Moose. No one else could do it on the previous play.
Sew that seam up.
2nd and 9 from the 19. Moose offset to the right side of Herman in the backfield. Keep it. Now he'll hand it off to Moose. Drives past the man, pulls him forward. Now he's drugged down, but not before he gets up. They're going to mark him down about the 17-yard line, a gain of 2. And that'll bring up about a 3rd and 7 now for the Eagles.
So you see on that play what the running game has done for Georgetown, because the defensive end came in and broke down instead of going after Darson, waiting to see where the ball was going to go. And Darson waited quite a long time to hand that ball off.
Ross back in.
Devin Ross back in the backfield for Moose. Ross offset to the left side of Herman. Dickman in motion. Fake it. Now hand it off to Ross to the right side. Cuts back to the middle of the field. Up past the 10. 5. Breaks a tackle. Touchdown.
Attaboy.
The Georgetown Eagles, Devin Ross with the 17-yard touchdown run to cap off a beautiful drive. 5:15 left in the first half. But look at the running styles right there as you switch back and forth. A totally different style for Ross after Moose.
You see the backup come in, and he runs for quite a few yards. And then here comes big number 32, and you know the defense is going, oh, good.
The Minutemen press extra point attempt. Fake field goal attempt. Tucker Griffin pitches it forward. And the 2-point conversion, no good.
Oh.
What? All right.
Yeah, pitched it to number 5.
I got
Up to A.J. Bradshaw.
Yeah.
But he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
I got a chuckle out of watching Devin run, because, you know, we saw Moose, those quick cuts and those quick bursts of speed. Devin got up to speed, and he's so big, there was a wide open lane to his left. And he doesn't quite have that quick foot plant and cut just because he gets that big body going in one direction. It's hard to stop it, but he got there.
The Georgetown Eagle Booster Club scoring drive summary. 2-minute, 38-second drive that went 79 yards and capped off by the 17-yard touchdown run by senior Devin Ross. And the Eagles lead it now 13-6 over the Manor Mustangs. Mustangs will get the ball back. Off the kickoff here as Carson Sauceda tees it up at the 40-yard line.
Rachel Elliott's listening in, mother to number 65, Broden Elliott. So welcome, Miss Elliott. Appreciate you.
And I know Coach Griffin's wife, Melanie Griffin, down in Corpus Christi with their oldest child, I believe it is today. And so she's watching, said she would be keeping an eye on us tonight. From Corpus Christi, the kick down the near sideline. Fielded by Crosby at the 18-yard line. Comes forward and hit and stacked up at the 25 and driven back there. A good job of coverage by the kickoff team for the Eagles. And the Manor Mustangs start 1st and 10 from their own 25 with 5:09 left in half number 1.
Folks, stick around at halftime because we have a very special interview with Miss Peggy Griffin.
Peggy. Lovely
See,
lady.
That's how it works out.
Peggy. Griffin.
You called her what last week? Patsy or Patty or something?
Yeah,
that's not it. But we talked about you in the interview, so hang around because we're going to interview Miss Griffin at the half. Sweet lady. Appreciate her tuning in to all of our broadcasts.
1st and 10 for Manor from their own 25-yard line. Zardavitz in the backfield. Quick pass out to the Waboku. Tackled immediately there. What a job. Dave, who is the defender? Number 12? Make sure we get credit where credit is due. Number 42. What a job there by...
Is that young man, that sophomore they brought up last week?
I think so, because I don't have him on my roster.
I believe Coach was talking about him last week.
What a play there. We'll get that name as well. 2nd and 13 for the Mustangs. Hand off, ball fumbled, it's on the ground. And a fight for it. I think the Eagles have it. And they do, and the defense gets the turnover. Quentin Joyner fumbled it off the handoff from the quarterback, Zardavitz. And the Eagles will take over with great field position.
He's going over to hoist the belt, the turnover belt on the sideline.
It'll be 1st and 10 for your Eagles from the 22-yard line of Manor with 4:33 left here in the first half.
Where's the belt? So there we go.
Yeah, he got it. Hoist the belt, young man.
4:33 left in the first half. Eagles lie by 7. And the ball at the 22-yard line. Back, Petter's going to throw backside to Dickman. And it's just short. Or to Herman, I apologize. Herman handed it off and then squirted around the outside, but a good job on the defensive side of the ball. Crosby read it and was going with Herman, but the ball underthrown. Incomplete on the pass.
That's always a fun play.
Bring up 2nd and 10 for the Eagles.
When it works.
Petter's going to take a rash for that. That was terrible.
2nd and 10 from the 22-yard line. Herman with Ross offset to the right side. 2 receivers right, 2 left. Now Hawkins in motion to the left side. Snap back, handed off to Ross. He'll keep it around the outside, gets around the big guy. Out to the 20, fights forward, and he'll be drugged down. See where they take him down. They'll mark him about the 16, 17-yard line. Gain of about 5 yards will bring up a 3rd and 5. 4:09 left in the first half.
I like seeing number 51. We don't have his name, but I like seeing him run across half the field because I want him to get tired.
Ball back to the 18-yard line. Make it 3rd and 6 for the Eagles. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Ross left side of Herman. Herman back, looks to pass. Quick slant in. It's low. And it's going to be whistled to catch. Drayden Dickman makes a great catch at the 9-yard line. We're inside the Smoothie King red zone, and now it'll be 1st and goal. What a catch there by Drayden Dickman. 3:45 left.
Again, horrible camera work on my part. D-line coming after Herman, and I thought they swatted the ball down. He somehow got that ball to Dickman. I didn't even.
Hey, after this game is over, you're fired.
I'm fired.
Until next time.
Go back to the sideline,
We're
England.
going to take next week off and come back after that while you enjoy George Strait. 1st and goal from the 9. Herman takes it, hands it off to Ross, cut back up the middle, and he'll be hit and stacked up about the 7-yard line. Maybe the 8. We'll see where they spot it. Maybe just a gain of 1. It'll bring up 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. 3:10 left in the first half. The Eagles have it and a 7-point lead. Trying to put some more points on the board here before the end of the first half. Like Kelly said, Manor will get the opening kickoff to start the second half.
No hurry here to get this play off, letting that clock run. That's good.
2:50 left here in half number 1. Ross offset to the left of Herman in the backfield. Shotgun snap back, handed off to Ross to the right side. He'll run forward, and Ross falls forward all the way down.
Hat came off.
to about the 1. They're going to mark him at the 3-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and goal. Devin Ross will have to step out.
Moose.
And the Moose
Timeout.
comes forward, but not before Coach Griffin takes a timeout. We'll take a quick timeout with them. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left here in the first half. 13-6. The Eagles lead it by 7 over Manor. Back with more Eagle football and SHN in just a moment. Third and goal from the 3-yard line. Ross and Petter in the backfield. And off to Petter. He cuts it right back in the middle. Touchdown! Georgetown Eagles.
Nice job. Who was Kansas City's coach? Matriculating the ball down the field, boys.
2:24 left in the first half, and the Eagles put another touchdown on the board. A short 22-yard drive. Way to do a good job of converting points off of turnovers. The 3rd turnover in district play from the Eagles defense. 3 touchdowns. Carson Saucedo to try the Minutemen press extra point attempt. Snap back. The hold is down. The kick is up, and it is good. Carson Saucedo, perfect on the night. 4 extra points, 2 for 2.
I know where you're going.
Kelly?
Yeah.
I know you like watching the offensive line.
Yes, sir.
What are you seeing that has changed? Early on, they looked a little nervous, but now it looks like they're imposing their will.
They've started controlling the line, and now the offensive linemen aren't getting stood up and pushed back. They've lowered their pads. They're getting the push. They're opening the holes that the backs need to get through the backs and attacking the middle where they like to be.
And now back to you, Dave. What is the one thing we constantly give credit to these coaches? Adjusting on the fly.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they didn't wait till halftime.
Yep.
They do it in the middle of the game. And a great job by the coaching staff. You've got to love that in adjusting things on the fly against a team that was wreaking havoc on this offensive line to start things off. But the Georgetown Eagle Football Booster Club scoring drive, 2 minutes, 9 seconds, 22 total yards, capped off by a 3-yard touchdown run by Andrew Petter. Saucedo tees it up with 2:24 left here in the first half. And the Eagles lead it 20-6 over the Manor Mustangs. The 3-headed kicking monster gets ready.
Marjorie Williams rooting on Trent McConnell from Lubbock. Thanks for watching, Marjorie.
Three turnovers created by this defense. 3 touchdowns scored by the offense in response. Short kick, fiddled it to 25. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what to say, but the ball is finally driven out of bounds at about the 32. Somebody got ran over. I will watch that later on tonight when I watch this again. But the Manor Mustangs take over with 2:17 remaining in the first half. 1st and 10 from their own 34-yard line.
Wow. Can you see who that is on our sideline over there, knelt down by the...
Someone knelt down with the training staff on the Eagles sideline.
They're not quite off the field, so...
I can't see the number 5.
AJ?
Number 5, A.J. Bradshaw. Had a good time on Wednesday night. Dave and I talking to A.J. Bradshaw, the Punisher.
Yes.
Good young man. Had a good time chatting with him on the coaches show. He finally stands up and now works his way back towards the bench area. 1st and 10 for Manor from their own 34-yard line. 2:17 left in the first half. Pass across the middle. It's over the head of Chi. And incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10 now for the Mustangs.
Man, I'm just still that hit on the kickoff.
Someone got laid out.
That's getting a call to PETA because a Mustang got abused.
And that was
That's the Kelly DeVoll funny clip of the week.
And now Kelly DeVoll out an extra week. He'll be back in 2 weeks. And 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs from the 34-yard line. 3 receivers left, 1 right. Running back in the outfield. Oh, there we go. False start on the Mustangs. Well, we'll see. Penalty flag down.
Yeah, it was 65 or 55 over here on the end. Flinched.
False start on the Mustangs. So now to bring up 2nd and 15. 2:13 left in the first half. 20-6, the Mustangs trail your Georgetown Eagles by 14 here in the first half. 2nd and 15, back to the same setup for the Mustangs. 1 receiver right, 3 left. Shotgun snap back. They'll hand it off right up the middle, 30, and he's not touched. Quentin Joyner may be gone. He cuts it back. A man misses the tackle, breaks free. Joyner past the 50, now to 20, 10, touchdown. The Manor Mustangs, Quentin Joyner. But we have a flag on the field. The quarterback stops and walks back with the official. We'll see what's called here. We've lost our video signal.
I think we just got unplugged there. Plug it back in.
Try to get the video back to you.
Unsportsmanlike on us.
What's weird is that flag was thrown about the 40-yard line, 35-yard line.
After the play.
Yeah, and all the players were chasing down Quentin Joyner. Now we got it back. It's 20 now to 13, 20 to 12, pending the extra point kick.
Apparently, Coach Griffin has an opinion on that penalty, and he's conversing with the referee about said opinion.
I think they've got a bulb out above the concession stand. I don't think that's a fire alarm going on.
That's been doing that the whole game, Dave.
Doppler Dave will be back after this fire safety checkup in Manor Mustang land. But a long run there from the 29-yard line. Quentin Joyner, 2 carries, well over 150 yards now for that young man. We were warned multiple times here in the broadcast booth.
Going for 2.
Mustangs going for 2 again. Snap back to Joyner. He goes forward, stacks up on the line, and runs into a wall of Mustangs and follows him into the end zone. And the Mustangs cut it back to 6, 20 to 14, with 2 minutes left in the ball game in the first half.
I think Brandon Hawkins listening in from Boise, Idaho. Brandon, you're dude 949, right? Probably, maybe, possibly listening in with some of his Boise State Bronco buddies up there. So hello to those guys up there.
71-yard touchdown run for Quentin Joyner. That gives him 1 touchdown run for 62 yards and another for 72. 133 yards on 2 carries and 2 touchdowns for Joyner. A couple other carries. He fumbled 1 time, in which the Eagles took over at the 22 of Manor.
So we got 2 minutes on the clock. We've got all our timeouts left. We need points back on the board because, again, Manor gets the ball when they come back out, and that 2-point conversion right there is big, cuts it to a 6-point lead.
Scary thing is that ended up being a 3-play, 17-second drive
right
for Manor after the incompletion, the false start, and then the 71-yard run by Quentin Joyner. The kickoff from the Mustangs, low line driver, and it's fielded right at the 40-yard line.
So, Kelly, would you think that you've got to have a spy on their number 8? You know they're spying our number 8, but we need to have somebody watching him at all times.
We've done a good job. They've broken 2 big plays, and we got to know where he's at, but it's more containment than spying him, and he's been able to break containment, and that's the big issue.
Well, right there, that gap that Joyner shot open, he went right up the middle of the field and then finally cut it back to get outside of a defensive back. But what a run right up the middle. You talk about speed and size. He's 220 pounds.
Right.
And he gets that moving super quick down the field.
Same size as Darson.
51 was hoping that drive was going to take a little longer.
The 2 touchdown drive cumulative for the Mustangs. 17 seconds and 12 seconds. He's not getting much rest for that Manor Mustang defense. First and 10 from the 40.
I thought we recovered that at the 40.
That's what I thought.
Got it at the 45. First and 10 from the 45. Herman goes to throw, and he's hit by number 6, Collins. The pass goes incomplete. It'll bring up second and 10 from the 45.
Lookout block over there on the left side of the line.
Collins just did a soccer flop, lay down. I don't know, he's got something wrong with his arm. Apologize, Kelly.
He runs off holding his left wrist.
Hope he's okay.
Yeah.
1:56 left here in the first half. Second and 10 for the Eagles from their own 45-yard line. But like you said, Kelly, a good opportunity here for the Eagles to put some more points on the board, run out the rest of the clock here, and go back up by 2 scores. 20-14 your score right now. Herman shotgun snap. He drops back. The little swing pass out the left. Penner gets it. 45, tripped up. Falls forward to the 50-yard line. They're going to spot him down at the 49-yard line. And that'll bring up 3rd and 6 now.
Boy, if Fisher can make his block out there, that's sprung for a lot more on that left side.
Back to the line. 3rd and 6 for the Eagles. Herman back, fakes the pass. Looking to go up the sideline. Now he's going to scramble. 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. Darson Hermann up the middle. 25, 20, 15, 10. Taken down at the 7-yard line. A big run from the senior quarterback, Darson Hermann. Puts the Eagles on another borrow for Morrow first down inside the Smoothie King red zone. 1:21 left here in the first half as they'll set the chains.
That was a you wasn't giving it, but I'll take it because Darson was looking to throw the ball deep and it was covered. And the field was wide open.
And he got several more yards, at least 5 to 7 more yards, because the young man was trying to strip the ball instead of just form up tackle on him.
1:16, 1:15, the clock running. The Eagles will take their time. First and goal inside that Smoothie King red zone. Having marked down at the 7-yard line. First and goal from the 7. Ross offset to the left side of Herman, and now the whistle blows. Coach Keller will take his second time out of the half, and we'll take it with him. 20-6, 20-14. The Eagles lead it by 6. 1 minute, 3 seconds left in the first half. Back with more Eagle football on SHN in just a moment.